Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to this week's Pinball Tournament Challenge. Today we'll be discussing the one ball challenge we had on the Princess Bride table, and then we'll move on to the next table, which will be a one ball challenge on the Goat Simulator table. So this video may be a little long, but there's a lot to say about it. But before I start, I want to say that there's something that really clicked with me, something that I really noticed as I was playing this week's challenge, and that is how much I enjoy playing pinball in tournaments. Like, I think, when you think about pinball itself, it's a one player game, really, you against the table. But I think where pinball really shines is when you're able to compete and have these tournaments with people all over the world, like we do each week, right? And after I had played my tournament, I decided to play other people's tournaments. I just went down the list and I was looking for tables or challenges that I wanted to try out. And it was just fun that way. I think that's something that I sort of forgot about. On my channel, I create a lot of videos and I upload a lot of videos about pinball. But sometimes I forget how cool it really is to compete and to just play it, And so that's something that I really noticed, and something that I kind of took for granted. I think a lot of times, not just, in my own life, but I feel like a lot of times we get caught up in in the end result or just doing something, and we're not even really enjoying what we're doing. But this week I really enjoyed, just going back and playing pinball in these tournaments and realizing how cool it is that we can do this. And pinball is so simple, but it's just so fun because it's like a simple, right? You think about pinball, it's like, it's so simple, yet it's so addicting and fun, and that's where it gets, you derive a lot of pleasure from its simplicity, but also, it can also be just as complex when you think about it. All the strategies and everything, you talk about flipper tricks that you have to do in pinball, right? So this week, I wrote down a lot of stuff in my notes, and because this is one of the new tables, and anytime we play a new table, I thought about this idea called the shiny new toy effect, right? And so whenever a new table comes out, you always want to play it because it's the new thing, it's the new toy. And I wondered if this had an effect on all tables, or is it just some? And basically, with the shiny new toy effect, my theory is that, a table only fun for a while when it's new, when it first releases, right? So we're playing the Princess Bride, which just released on the 29th of August. But I realized that, there may be a little shiny new toy effect. But as I was playing the table more, I realized that this was actually a really well-made table in terms of design, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And so there's a lot of things as I was playing this week's challenge that I really took into account here. And so I'm going down my notes, and I'm seeing that last week I was mentioning the discovery phase of pinball. When you play a new table for the first time, or a table that you're not familiar with, that you haven't played a lot, you're discovering, you're just getting a feel for it, right? But then on the same coin, there's also an experimental idea where you're not so much discovering, but you're kind of experimenting with, what works, what kind of shots can I take, what are easy shots for me, what's fun, what's not fun to do. And I think that goes along the same lines of the discovery phase, because as you're discovering things, you're figuring out things as well. And I felt that way with the Princess Bride. So like one thing that I noticed was the skill shot. So I played this table on. I set it to realistic physics, so that's something to note because there is normal and realistic. So I always do realistic because I think that it's a little more challenging and a little more quote unquote realistic. And so with this table, I felt like the skill shot hitting the bumper area. I never did it once, but when I played this on normal physics, I was able to do that. Although I did get the super skill shot, which was worth $1 million, hitting that cross shot with the upper flipper was fairly easy to do, and it awarded $1 million. So that was something that I noticed. And there was also something that I wrote down here. It said that combo shots combo shots were definitely something I noticed as you played. When you have two of these long ramps here and you hit them in quick succession, you get combos. But what I wrote underneath that was the idea of playing it safe with a one ball challenge, because with a one ball you sort of have to play very differently than you normally do on a three ball. So this idea of playing it safe is, I think, really particular to one ball, because you don't want to just, you don't have the fallback. You don't have, that safety net of two other balls to be played, right? So this idea of playing it safe is still, you still do that in a three ball, right? But I think with one ball, it's even more, you notice it even more. Let's see what else I wrote here. So as I was playing this table, I also realized that the orbit shots were very important. So the right orbit, I was hitting a lot, because the right orbit, and what I liked about the table was the left and right orbit, both shots converged on the bumper area, and the bumpers would increase the bonus multiplier. And the bonus multiplier on this table could go up to 12 times. So that's huge. When you think about your bonus multiplier, which you do get on this one ball challenge, it could really make a difference. And so not only that, but when you hit the right and left orbits, you do get enough times. You get that right kickback and that left kickback. So I was able to get the right kickback a few times, and I really do like that design of hitting the orbit shots and then the ball converging on the bumpers for the bonus, and also on the left orbit where you have the spinner. That's where you get the random Florin award, which actually gave me 10 million. And so when the Florin award was lit, you would hit that center shot in the middle, which is a hard shot to hit actually, and it can be dangerous. But I got 10 million for one of those Florin awards, hitting that center shot. So we talked about the kickbacks, and something else that I was noticing was as we've been playing this one ball challenge, I almost forgot that pinball is not, one ball is not the standard, right? And so we've been playing it for so long, and I've switched to playing a three ball challenge in other people's tournaments, and I almost forget how that's really not, pinball. Pinball's standard three balls, right? And so I noticed that with the one ball challenge has made me a better pinball player, because it makes you focus on the shots you take, because you only have that one ball. So that's something that I thought was really cool, because you think about it. What if pinball was only what if, the standard, the norm was just one ball, right? But it's not. But I think these challenges are really fun that way, that they have them and that we can play them and try them out. Scrolling down here, a lot of modes that I liked on this table. The Battle of Wits mode was very fun to do. It's a kind of like, it asks you questions about the movie. Now, to do good on this mode, I would say you need to have watch the movie, which I did, and I think that helped me. But you could also just read like the Wikipedia page and still be able to answer the questions. I thought it was a neat idea, the Battle of the Wits, to kind of ask you questions about the movie. I'm not sure how many they have total, but it was sometimes they got kind of repetitive because it's the same question. So if you've answered it enough, it's not really challenging. So, but I do like that concept. And so with this table, multi-ball awarded a lot. I think after the Battle of the Wits mode was finished, I hit the wine cup, the drop target, and then the multi-ball activated. And the multi-ball was really where you scored a lot of jackpots, and I think where your score really depended on if you could get the multi-ball started and then do good on it. As we know, on this table, there's also a captive ball, which is a dangerous shot. I didn't really like to hit it. It just seemed that I would hit it by accident. And then something I noticed about not just this table, but kind of a lot of tables where you're kind of hearing the same sound bites and they feel repetitive. At first they're kind of funny, or you hear Fezzik saying, I didn't have to whiff, but you just hear it so much, and it does get a little repetitive. It's not really something like a game changing, but it's something that I did notice. Maybe I would have liked more scenes or sound bites to kind of keep things fresh. We talked about the random flooring awards, the multipliers being big, and something that I think I mentioned last time was pinball is very like a progressive kind of game where as you're progressing and playing longer, your score is getting higher, and you're completing modes, you're increasing your bonus multiplier, and you have that feeling of progress and progression that makes it so addicting, and which I like, because I noticed that as your score gets higher, you tend to get a little more nervous because there's more at stake, right? So if your score is high and you know where you are on the leaderboard, you kind of you kind of second guess yourself with shots because you want to do good, so you kind of put pressure on yourself. But there's something big that I wanted to note on this table, was that you could actually get an extra ball on this one ball challenge on Princess Bride. I think I got it from the random flooring award, so I felt that it was kind of, I'm not sure if that was part of the design, because this table is still new, so I don't know if that's part of the design, or if the developers forgot to change that for a one ball challenge. But you could get an extra ball, and so I got an extra ball, but once I got it, it felt kind of weird, and I only got about like 2 million points from it, but I talked to a few other people that got the extra ball, so it did feel a little cheap to get it. But because usually when you get an extra ball on a one ball challenge, you just get you're awarded a certain amount of points, like 5 million points, which I think is better, because if you get a set amount of points, it just keeps it it the same throughout the tournament. But if you have an actual extra ball, that makes it feel like it's not just a one ball challenge at that point. So that's something to think about here. And something I noticed was, as you play a table more, and you start unlocking modes, things start opening up for you, and you notice more things about the table. So I played this table throughout the week, 20 or so, 20, 25 times, 30 times, around there, and it took me around my last attempts to realize that there's a mode in this table where you can make ingredients, make potions, and then you can choose, so I chose big points, and you have to hit certain targets to make the potions, the ingredients, and I don't know if I got it, but I thought that was really cool. So a lot to be said on this table. And thank you guys for joining. This was an open tournament because I figured we're going to Pinball FX and a new table, so I wanted to get as many people as I could. And I was looking through the tournament, and scores, people were moving up and down. And something that I also noticed was that not only could you have to think about that, your score, your spot on the leaderboard can also go down, right? So, and that's what I noticed. I was at 4th, I went to 5th, but I was really enjoying this table, and I tried a lot, and so I got to first place with 60 million on my last attempt, and like I said, I got that extra ball, which felt kind of weird, but I got the multi-ball going, and that's really what seemed to happen, plus that Florin award. So I got 60 million in first place, and in second place with 59 million, just under me, it was UTD 4000. So really close score there. So congratulations to UTD 4000 in second place. Underneath him, we have Ref Jeff with 44 million points. And, UTD and Ref Jeff were at the top for a long time. And so I didn't think that I was at 4th or 5th. I was underneath Michael _363, Dracky. And I didn't know if I could get past him, but I was able to do it on my last attempt. So in 4th place, we have Michael _363. That is Dracky Barks with 39 million. Congratulations to Dracky Barks. Dracky Barks, I noticed that his score was progressing, so it was nice to see his score increase and change. Underneath him, we have Carpy Sun in 5th place with 27 million. And in 6th place, Geronimo in Game with 24 million points. Congratulations to Geronimo in Game. Geronimo in Game, as I said, he's been playing on his virtual pin cabs that he's made himself. So really cool to see him this high on the leaderboard. And underneath Geronimo in Game, we have Bad Jack Daniels with 19 million points in 7th place. Going down here to round it up in 10th place, Fabled Scarab 79 with 5 million points. Always like to see a Fabled Scarab. And underneath him, we have PFX Fan, Pinball FX Fan with 5 million points in 11th place. That's funny, Princess Buttercup, because Buttercup was the princess in the movie. So that's funny to see there. And then in 16th place, we have Lobmo78, which is Lauren with 1 million points. Lauren has been telling me that he mentioned that, this table was very difficult. And it really is. I think it is. But he's also playing on the cabinet perspective. And I thought about it. And that does make a huge difference. Depending on how you're playing can definitely have an effect on how challenging. I'm playing on PC with a controller, so I know that some people are playing on PC with the keyboard. So it really just depends. But going down here, Count Cthulhu in 21st. And I'm not familiar with all the names, so hopefully I read everyone's name, and hopefully you guys had a great time with this challenge. I certainly did. And let's go and let's create a tournament for this week, which will be on Goat Simulator as promised. After this, we will be going into the Williams tables. I think that there's more Williams tables coming up, so we'll definitely be going to Williams. I don't know if it's going to be the new Williams tables or going back to the old ones. So we'll see. Let's focus on Goat Simulator right now. Create a tournament. We're going to do public again just because it's a new table. We want a lot of people. We're going to go with the same thing, the 1-ball challenge, right? Ball limit 1. Realistic physics, unlimited players, unlimited attempts. And we've been doing days, right? We've been doing 6 days, I think has been the standard. So public, 1-ball challenge, realistic, unlimited attempts, unlimited players, 6 days. All right, let's go here. So this one, I know a lot of you guys said you liked. I know Lauren said he enjoyed this one. So let's see here. I think this one's going to be a little easier than Princess Bride. And here is the tournament ID, MKAP, MKAP. which will be in the description below. And good luck, everyone. Let's give this a go here. So I haven't been to the wizard mode, but I heard a lot of people doing it and getting to...
Hey, you'll find a little way.
All right, let's see here. Shoot alternating ramps. Okay. So I'm expecting Lauren to score high here because he's been practicing. But I think he's been doing normal physics, but this is realistic. Again, this is not Shrek. Goat Tower synchronization. Okay. Whoa, looks like a bowling. Is that a bowling ball? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it is. I love it. Oh, so realistic physics is definitely a lot different than the normal physics, I think, on this table. Because, wait, oh yeah, it's just a one ball. Wow. Okay, let's go again here. That was really bad, actually. So this is like a volleyball?
That gold tower that looks super cool.
Yeah, there it is.
Maybe you should investigate.
Oh, oh. Perform actions. Okay, so we got karma. A lot of things lit here. Beat my tournament score.
So impressive.
Okay. Let's see here. Wow, a lot of things.
Goats usually do that?
Oh, no, no. Oh, I wonder if you can get an extra ball on this table. Okay. Maybe left orbit. Whoa. Oh yeah, there's little things that you can pick up. Love that. Okay, hold multipliers. I want that shiny trophy. There we go. Okay. Got one more drop target on the left. Okay, there's a little explosive there.
Show me what you got.
Pop bumpers. Okay. Oh. Is that like a propane tank? What is that? Oh no. Okay, win score. Okay, win score. Another thing I like about this table is that not only do the ball skins change, and I think the physics with them, but you also have like the effects. Like you have an electricity effect on the ball, a fire effect. Let's see if we can get that left sinkhole. See that? Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. I knew that was going to happen, but I wanted to do it. I wanted to take that. I wanted to go in that sinkhole. Okay, so I know this score is not going to be good. But, you know, I'm not going to rest on my laurels here. So we'll see where this goes in the tournament. Hopefully you guys enjoy it and have fun with it. And remember, that's why we have them, just to have fun. Never feel like you have to participate or whatever. You know, it's just here to have fun. That's what we're all here for, right? So thank you for watching. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Take care.